Hey everyone, I'm just going to do a quick video on how to set up a Norepinephrine infusion. So the first task, get a 250 ml bag. I know I've already been into it, but we'll say it's a new 250 ml bag. We also need a saline line. So I'm going to go ahead and get my saline line run, which is just normal saline. Going to flush out a line, connect it to the patient, and I'm going to run that at 100 mils per 100 mils per hour. So I'll just do that calculation real quick. I have it in my head that it's a drop every 4 seconds, but we'll just confirm that. So we're doing 100 mils times 10 divided by 60 is 16.6 drops per minute. I'll pull up my metronome and put that in at 17 beats per minute. Looking for a drop every 4 seconds. You'll notice that I've hung my saline lower than where my drug is going to be. And typically we would be doing this with the patient in the stretcher, using the IV pole on the stretcher, because if we move these in relation to the patient, if we're running pressors under gravity, the rates will change as we move the bags in relation to the patient's heart. So I've got my normal saline running at a drop every 4 seconds. Now I'm going to go into my drug box, grab my norepinephrine, which says 4 milligrams in 4 mils. I'll take a 5 mil syringe, and I'm just going to inject 2.5 mils of air, is what I find if I put half the volume of air. If you ever meet pressure, just pull back. So I'm going to just kind of seesaw back and forth until I get to 4 mils. So I've got 4 mils of Norepinephrine in my syringe. So we'll pull off 4 mils of saline out of our bag, just out of the add port on the bag. So we'll get rid of that 4 mils, pick up our 4 mils of our Norepinephrine, confirming 1 milligram per mil. So we got 4 milligrams in 4 mils. Going to stick that into my bag here. Well, be careful when you're injecting in. Don't push against resistance. You can poke yourself. This is a blunt needle, but we still don't. If you push aggressively, you can poke yourself. So now I'll take my Norepinephrine. Often what I do is grab a Sharpie, and I would write on my bag Norepinephrine 4 milligrams in 250. Another way is you can just take tape and tape your Norepinephrine on there, given that we put that full container into that bag. Both would be acceptable in my opinion. So now we've got 4 milligrams in 250, so now we can use this chart. We're going to set up our Buretrol. So we're going to, like any line, it's going to come open, so I just lock it off to start. I'm going to plug it into the bag that has not already been used, but we'll say that was a new bag. So I plug that in. I'm going to open up my fill line here so I can fill up my Buretrol. I can squeeze the bag above. Important not to squeeze this chamber. It's a rigid plastic and you can crack it. So I'm just going to fill up to 6. So then once your Buretrol is filled, fill your drip chamber up with halfway up with fluid. Then I'm going to run this line out, and we'll run that out. It'll take about 10 mils. So now I've got Norepinephrine in my Buretrol, and I've got Norepinephrine flushed through my line. I'm just going to take my Buretrol, hang my Buretrol up, because this is just my fill bag, and this is the other little bag underneath that I've created. I'm going to take my Buretrol line, so containing the Norepinephrine, and I'm going to piggyback that into my saline line. So my saline line is right here. So this would be running into the patient. This is running at 100 mils per minute. I'm going to take my my Buretrol line, my Norepinephrine, and I'm going to plug that, piggyback that into my saline line. So it's going to be Norepinephrine going into the saline that's running at 100 mils per minute. My Norepi right now is shut off, and my saline is just running 100 mils per minute or a drop every 4 seconds. So now I can look at my chart. It's at an 80 kilogram patient. I'm starting off at 0.1 micrograms per kilogram per minute. That puts me in 30 mils per hour, or 30 drops per minute. So I'm just going to set my metronome to 30 drops per minute. So I'm just going to pinch my line off and run my roller clamp up so it's easier to get it. So we're going to be a drop every 2 seconds is what we're looking for. So don't push in aggressively on this. I just kind of push up a little bit on the bottom of the roller clamp. And I'm just a titch bit fast. There we are. We're pretty well bang on there now. Beautiful. So now I'll go reassess my patient, take blood pressure, look for skin findings, auscultate lung sounds if there was pulmonary edema, and then reassess. If in 3 minutes my blood pressure isn't up to a MAP of 65 or systolic of 90, I'm going to increase. So as I'm at 80 kilogram, I was at 0.1. I'm going to go to 0.15. Micrograms per kilogram per minute, which is 45 mils per hour or 45 drops per minute. So I'll increase my metronome up to 45. And as we get faster, you'll notice it's easier to set. So now we're at 45 mils per hour. We'd go back to our patient, reassess. What's our blood pressure? What's our skin findings? What's our lung sound like? 3 minutes if systolic blood pressure is not above 90 or MAP of 65. Then we'll go up to, as per their protocol, 0.2 micrograms per kilogram per minute for an 80 kilogram patient is going to be 60. So it set my metronome to 60. So 60 mils per hour or 60 drops per minute. So I'll increase my rate. So I'm at 60 drops per minute now. And I would just keep doing that up until I got a systolic of 90 or a MAP of 65. Now, their common order, their chart that they normally have, goes up to 0.3 micrograms per kilogram per minute. There are patients that need higher dosages of pressors than the charts that are available. And you can call and get orders and then just increase by, if you wanted to increase by 0.1 or to recap the important things that we're wanting to make sure that we do. Have a driver line. Often people forget to set this. This dilutes our pressor, which normally would be infused via a central line. So make sure that you have a driver line, 100 mils per hour, or drop every 4 seconds if you're using a 10 drop set. Then make sure that your saline's hung lower than your Buretrol. Remember that if your Buretrol's here like this, you're at the same level. It doesn't matter where this bag is, it matters where this one is. So hang that up. So have your have your Norepi higher. Pull off 4 mils out of your 750 bag, add 4 mils of Norepi into your, I said 750, into your 250 bag, and then flush your line out. We'll leave you somewhere around 50 to 45 mils in the chamber. Piggyback the Norepi into the saline at the port at the saline line port closest to the patient, and then titrate that dose up every 3 minutes. Those are the big things. So if you had a pump, obviously you would run this through a pump. That would be preferable. But it's good to be to practice both just to get comfortable with drip rates, but also if you ever had a problem with your pump that you could still run pressor accordingly.